Hi, I'm Abhishek Singh, and I don't know, I find it hard to describe myself. Hi, I'm Abhishek, and I've recreated the iconic first level of Super Mario Bros. As a first-person, life-size, augmented reality game. I'm kind of a cross between an engineer, a developer, a designer, and an artist. I grew up in India and studied business in undergrad, which is very different from what I'm doing today. I did have a startup back in India, which was actually my first introduction in programming in general, because I always had all these ideas, but no real way to actually build them out. So I was like, okay, let me just quit everything and just spend my entire time learning how to program. So I just happened to chance upon in some forum online about this program called ITP, which was at NYU. So I immediately emailed them, ended up getting accepted, and then I found myself in New York. And that's where I've been for the last 3.5 years. This is the entrance of ITP. It's kind of like a mix of an art and a tech program. It brings people from like a diverse set of backgrounds and puts them into this relatively small space. I never started off intending to build Super Mario AR. I wanted to create a large outdoor expansive kind of experience. This was the location actually where I shot and filmed the entire Super Mario experience. I arrived at 5:30 at the crack of dawn, dressed and donned completely in a Super Mario costume. But it was, I think, more interesting for people right here in Central Park to see a guy dressed in this weird costume, wearing a weird headset on his head, which jumping around seemingly to something that they could not see either. I definitely got a few weird stares, but considering it's New York, I think they'd seen weirder things. I actually started by building out in virtual reality, which of course is different from augmented reality, and soon realized that virtual reality was kind of limiting. Something that I always found interesting was, instead of stepping into the world of the computer, is kind of bring that virtual world into our physical world. I started off by literally just taking a cube and trying to place it in the space around us. In one of my experiments, I took that cube and placed it slightly above my head, and then I stepped onto that cube and looked up, and for some reason, all these memories from my childhood kind of came flashing back, and I was like, this is Super Mario Bros. That cube above my head is a brick that I should be jumping to break. So as someone who doesn't have a technical background, I have kind of a unique perspective of how to get into creating these kind of experiences, these kind of games, or just being able to like enter into the tech field, which might seem a little difficult for people at first. I myself have made several failed attempts at learning how to program. And I think like the main issue with that was that I was learning without a purpose, because knowledge that is not applied or used is easily forgotten. And once I started realizing that I should instead lead with what I wanted to build, instead of learning the tech and the tools behind it, everything started falling in place. So I think build something out that you're passionate about, something that excites you personally, and that will ensure that you get over all the frustration that comes with learning something new. But all those moments of frustration are ultimately interspersed with these moments of joy, and that's the joy that comes only through creation.
Hey, Unsolved is on a new channel, and now your part.
Subscribe here. That was my part.